Good morning. This is Pastor Lyn with Lyn United Methodist Church. Just a reminder, we're back into our second week of Wednesday Night Live. We invite all of the young people and adults to come and share in a fellowship meal at 5:45, followed by a video and music and activities for all ages. The morning sacrifice. Their duty was to stand every morning to thank and praise the Lord. 1 Chronicles 23. The Levites were never given the option to skip morning devotions. They were commanded to keep the morning sacrifice every day without exception. As part of the morning ritual in the temple, the high priest had these 3 duties. Now take heart. 1. Trim the lamps, making sure each oil cup of the menorah had sufficient oil and that the wicks were properly positioned. 2. To burn sweet incense on the incense altar. And 3. To burn the fat of the peace offerings. Once a week, as part of the morning ritual, the priest replaced the showbread that was on constant display before the Lord. These priests performed these functions in silent worship, wearing a highly symbolic vestment. As they worked, the only sound that was the light tinkling of the bells on the hem of their garments. This ancient ritual may seem strange and of little meaning to us today, but one great lesson we can draw from it is this. The morning sacrifice involved all of the senses and the mind. The priest stood before the Lord with his identity clearly displayed. He stood before the Lord for examination. Isn't that what you do when you get up every morning and you stretch your arms and you walk into the bathroom and you wipe your face around and then look in the mirror? Well, his sacrifices touched upon all aspects of his humanity. The lamp symbolized his need for light, the ability to see with spiritual eyes, not just what we see in the mirror in the morning. The incense was a picture of his need to dwell in an atmosphere infused with God's holy presence. Probably, take a shower, make you feel better and everybody else around you. The peace offerings were a sign of his need for the peace with God and fellow man. And the showbread demonstrated his need for daily provision, which only the Lord could provide. This was a ceremony that, in its silence, spoke clearly. We need you. Without you, we have no life, no wholeness, no meaning. We may not have a ritual to follow in our morning devotional time, but we must come before the Lord with the same spirit of dependency and obedience. The day ahead of us is not ours. Our lives belong to the Lord. Everything we need, He will supply. The day is His, even as we are His. So, are you ready to sacrifice this morning? Get up, get around, and love God. This is Pastor Lyn signing off.